Okay. So next one is a tie clip. It is permitted to wear a tie clip since it serves a functional holding a tie in place, right? And like in olden days, I mean, today still, I see people still wear. They used to make this the back of the tie clip is a key from the apartment, right? So it's a permissible way to carry the key. Okay, but so you hold the tie in place. I mean, I have not seen it for a long time, but I think people still wear it. So this holds true even the wears the jacket, since the clip is nevertheless necessary. So maybe in a jacket, I mean, some people don't close the jacket, so for sure, like the tie go like left and right. So you like this clip helps. Clip. If the clip is made of gold and silver, it can be considered adornment. Takshit, okay, which may possibly be worn, subject to the rule discussed in the following chapter. Right, about this, I guess we're talking about we'll talk about jewelry. Right, but jewelry for sure it's like adornment. This regular clip, it must be practical. So practical what is what is it? Is to hold the tie together, down, not tie together, down. Okay. So let me quickly see how long. Okay, we can finish. So next one, the methods of transporting a key. So this one is I guess the most asked question, right? As with handkerchief, there are several permissible methods of wearing double quotes a key on Shabbos, as well forbidden methods. The following are permitted methods, and we're going to add a few things. Of course, I mean things change. So the best way is not to carry the key. So here we go. Let me start. I think he's not going to discuss. So I mean he's the topic is wearing, right? So like it's proper to leave the key. So right, the best way is to have a digital lock, but digital lock only like a mechanical one, without not electronic one. So, and some people, I heard many times people say, no, it's not reliable. It's very like fabulous, right? So I said, you know what I say? So use it like a second lock. You use your normal lock with the key during the week, but on Shabbos when you go to shul, like for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, like nothing is going to happen. So you use the digital lock. No, nobody's going to check, right? Digital lock. Combination lock. That's what I mean. Like electronic locks are not allowed, of course. Right, and unfortunately today is not unfortunately or not fortunate. Like today is not so simple to find. Like if you look for a mechanical lock, so most of them, absolute majority, maybe a lot. Some I was trying to help somebody and find to find so like 85%, maybe 90%, even like locks, and they're not expensive. Not expensive. I think good qualities, right? Digital locks, but electronics, which is not allowed. So right. So that's the first one. Second one is a like padlock, or like fake, right? So you have like a space inside, like you so like space to hold key inside. So people usually put it on some metal railings, like if you have like under the roof, right? So right, or they put it on a doorknob itself. So you can see many times in the construction sites, or if the real estate is showing the apartment, so they would leave the key there on the premises, so anybody, any agent can come and like use this lock or something. Right, but I saw on all of the construction sites for sure they use, and many people use also in their house, like right there. in the shoes sometimes they use, right? So I mean, you can put like on you can attach it to the wall itself. There is a metal box and there is like a combination code, and that's it. So meaning you don't need to carry anything. So those I would say are most preferable way, right? Or have somebody. So don't right. Or you have righteous wife, just ask her to stay home, and that's it. She should enjoy home, and that's it. She can open the door for you, or somebody else in the house. So next one, number one, the tie clips. So as I said, and I see them. I see some people like old fashioned. I mean, there's nothing problem, no problem to be old fashioned. All of these things that are very practical, they work, right? I saw those. It is permitted to wear the tie clip that is made out of a key. Commentary. If one has a tie clip made of several keys, he should consult halachic authority concerning whether it may be worn on Shabbos. I mean, even if person has two locks, why do you need, like, again, it's not like you go into the different planet, you go to work and you're going to get home only 9 hours later, 10 hours later. It's not. You're going for a few hours to the shul. Most of the people still sleeping. They would do like non-Jews or something, right? So when you, by the time you going to come from shul, people just wake up on Shabbos. So that's not a big deal. Okay. So meaning that what I'm trying to say, if you have two locks close on one, no problem. Okay. However, such as a tie clip may be worn only if they actually serve hold the tie in place. Right. So meaning right. So only when it's practical to not to transport the key, but to hold the tie in place. It is not subject to the possible leniency associated with jewelry. So if it's not made of gold, right? Since it is not really decorative. Thus, it is maybe worn if a person is wearing only short and a jacket on top of the short, right? However, if one wears the vest, so like if I wear the vest and I have a tie, so tie is securely it's secured in its place. It's not going to move. Has nowhere to move, right? Or he has a sweater, right? So on like in the winter, so some people have this sweater like put short, and on top of this put sweater V-neck, let's say, right? And even like a crew neck, doesn't matter. So and the still you can see the tie. So to attach the tie clip underneath the sweater is not very practical. So it's not needed. So meaning if person is going to wear this tie clip for in general, if with a key, without the key, so it must be practical for to hold the tie together. Otherwise, if you have sweater, if you have vest, it's useless. This tie clip is useless. But so in this case, yeah, it would be forbidden. So next one, brooches. In chapter 9, so which is the second, the next chapter, see the chapter 9 for discussion of the key that made into the brooch, decorative brooches. So brooches, right? Men who usually don't wear, I think, right? I think so. Brooches, but women would wear like for decoration, and there's no problem. Actually we discusses brooches. I'm going to remind us when we're learning about sewing. Because right, we said what's the definition of sewing? Sewing, that you go with a thread or with a needle and a thread attached down and up. So meaning the two ends from the same side, right? And then you secure them with a knot or something. You secure somehow that the thread is going to stay in place. So the brooch is exactly this, right? You have the spin going in, out, right? And then you close. That's how the brooch works. So for sure it would be right, it is sewn, but since it's for decorative purposes and you're going to remove after you come back, that's what we learned. I don't remember in what chapter. That's what the exception, right? But as he said, we're going to learn more about it in the next chapter. So if you have in such a brooch, this this key, it would be allowed. Okay, so next one, number 3, the third method, using key as a part of the belt. So that's where some people try to emulate it, and I heard there's something about the belt, but wherever they wear, it's absolutely forbidden. Whatever people do, absolutely forbidden. Right? So we're going to explain. It is permitted to go outdoors on Shabbos while wearing the belt that has a key on it, provided the key serves essential component of the belt. So again, essential component of the belt, meaning that you cannot, the belt is not going to be functional without this key. So let's see. For example, if one removes the swinging tongue of the belt buckle and replaces with a key, and I saw people would do that, right? So for sure it's practical. I mean, you have to file down. I mean, you have to. Maybe it's easier to give it to professional to fit it. But if somebody good with their hands, there's not such a big deal. You cannot touch. So basically, they cut down the head of the key, and then they do instead of this key, what is it they call tongue? Okay, buckle tongue. Swing tongue of the belt buckle, and replace it with the key, so that the key is inserted through the hole, right, of the belt, meaning it's going to hold the belt together. So let me maybe quickly, I have a belt here. 1 second. So here's the belt, so we're talking about this part, right? So instead of this part, they put the key. So I mean, it's not a big deal to take it. I mean, you would need to sew together, but technically, it's possible to do. 1 second. Okay. Okay. That's first option. 1 second. So and then of course it would be permitted to go with a belt like that on Shabbos. Okay. Just 1 second. Once you remove the key, so the key is inserted through the hole, right? So it's going to the hole of the belt. When it is buckled, and it's permitted to wear this belt on Shabbos. So meaning this thing, the key is going to be like a key component of the. It is a key, and it's a key component. Very interesting of the belt. So meaning without this, the belt is not going to work. So there is no problem. Similarly, if the buckle is fashioned in such a way that it hooks into the key, so that the key holds the belt in place when buckled, it is permitted. Not, however, that in both of these instances, it is forbidden to attach the key to the belt on Shabbos. So meaning it must be done before Shabbos, because it's like completing of the product, makik bipatish, right? It's absolutely forbidden. So whatever we do, so I mean, there is not a permissible method, it must be before Shabbos. Just 1 second. There is a note. Trying to see where this note belongs to. Apologize. Oh no, where is this note? Continue. Another permissible method to use the key to hold the two ends of the belt together. So now we're talking about in the middle of the belt. There is to insert instead of using the buckle as a string or a key ring may be attached to each end of the belt, and both inserted the key rings may then be threaded through the hole of the key, so that the key holds the two ends of the belt together. So let me show you. I mean, how it works. You can do it yourself. I think it's easier to do. So here's my belt. So I have a belt. So you cut it somewhere. So wherever you want, you cut it. So now it's disattached. You make holes. You make holes on one side and another, and then you put the rings on one side, a ring like a key ring from one side, key ring from another. So they like sticking out, and between them, so you have the key. Have a key and like in the middle, and you can put the key like here and attached to one ring from one side and one from another. So meaning what, that this belt holds together because of the key, like right. So that's right. That's the idea. You can buy it online like this, but I think it's simpler to do it yourself. It's not a big deal. Okay, so continue. Okay. Just one second. So it says the buckle need not to be removed, right? It has nothing to do with the buckle, since it is considered intrinsic part of the belt, even if it's not in use, right? So meaning that without this key, the whole belt is going to fall apart. Similar, one can tie a key to the end of the string or a ribbon and fasten it around the body by tying the other ends as well to the key. Right. However, one may not wear it. One may not wear an order. So here's the thing. So meaning that he's making a belt. So if you don't have a belt around your body, around whatever, so right. So you can use it as a belt if you need one. So I guess even in a pants. So instead of using this belt, you can you use a string, tie with a key tied, of course, before Shabbos, like tie from one end, and you can tie like second side from another end. But again, I remind you that we cannot have two belts. Okay. Around the body and tying the other end as well to the key. However, one may not wear an ordinary belt and a string belt outside at the same time, and that's what many people do, right? They have a normal pants belt, and then under the jacket they would have this elastic they buy from Judaica store, like with two carabines, and then style they put the key in between, which is a problem. Okay, one second. So two belts are not allowed. One must also be careful to tie a belt with a knot that may be tied on Shabbos. So I would say this knot and knot in a bow, right? Because most likely he would untie. I saw it in chapter 13. Okay, we're going to get to it. In all the examples we have provided, the key serves as an essential component of the that actually keeps the belt fastened. So it's not the belt and you fasten the key to it. No, it's like everything is connected through the belt. So that's the idea. It is forbidden to wear a belt outdoors with the key attached to it if the key does not fasten the belt. So again, the key must be like a central point. So sometimes even if you have one hole inside of the key, so you tie from one hand, or from one side to another, no problem. Okay, and the last one is a talus. It is forbidden to go outdoors with a folded talus draped over the one's shoulders, since this is not the usual way of wearing. So yes, I mean, when I live in my shul, there are not too many people. So Baruch Hashem, everybody have a lot of space, and plus many people have storage, right? Storage boxes, right? I mean, you have to pay doesn't matter. It's not a lot. You can rent it from shul. I just leave it on my bench. Nobody ever took it. Nobody ever. So there are almost all of them religious people, not them, me, like all of the religious. Nobody is going to touch anybody's stuff. So we just live there. But some people Some people, some people who comes only for Shabbos, then they don't mincha, they go to another place, they don't want to leave it for whatever reason. So they would wear, right? They would wear like talis in a normal way. So like when you like you pray, most of them would not put on their head, but only on the shoulders. But if somebody just put it in the folded way, it's not carrying that. That's not how you wear a garment. Talis could be a garment, yeah. If it's cold, for sure. It's wool. It helps a lot. Okay, so we stop here. So.